Hey, what's up everyone? Here is Box Art Reviews episode 11, and holy crap, do we have a huge amount of games to talk about. So you know what? Screw it. Let's get straight into it with our first game of the evening, and that is Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Now, I can't wait for this game because I really want some really good game for the Wii. Metroid Other M really disappointed me, and don't expect a review for that because I only played about 3 hours of it. But let's talk about this case. The case actually looks really cool. I mean, it has a really nice art style. Now, I only watched a couple episodes of the TV show, and I thought it was a pretty decent TV show. Not as bad as I thought it was. It definitely, looked like the kind of 60s show. And, it brought Batman back to the 60s. And even though it's not based in the 60s, at least I'm not sure. And I just like the art style. I'm sure, of course, you have to have the blue sky background, but I like the art style. You got that guy there, you got the other guy there, you got Hawkman on the top, you got the Batman symbol, and you got Batman throwing a batarang. Of course. I really like this art style, and because I have so many games to review, and cases to review, I'm just going to say I really like this one. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Let's go on to the next box art, which is Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Now, I think this actual box art looks pretty cool, except two things. The title is huge, and the bottom thing where it says over 165 puzzles is huge. So you don't really get much art of the case, and the case is very small itself. Come on, it's a Nintendo DS case. So you don't really see much art, and what you do see is very small. So yeah, it gets kind of covered up, but the art itself is nice. I never played any of the Professor Layton games, but it's always a game that I always want to try to get into because I like these kind of games. I like stuff like Phoenix Wright, Attorney, and Trauma Center. So, stuff like that. It's not really, they're not really, like each other, but, I don't know. I just like that kind of stuff, where it's not like just a platformer or a Super Mario game, which is a platformer, or like a Legend of Zelda game or anything. I just want something different. And this is what this is, pretty much. It's a puzzle game. So, it looks pretty cool overall. The art's nice, except, like I said, those two things are huge and it covers everything. That didn't sound right. Anyway, the box art, I'll give it a 7 because I like the art, but it's covered too much. So, yeah, let's go on to the next one. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Now, I'm not even going to say anything because I got so much crap, and when I mean so much crap, I had one guy that told me that, you shouldn't make fun of JRPG cases because first-person shooters are pretty much the same thing also, huh? Well, at least that's something I like. I don't care if you like these JRPG cases. I'm just getting tired of every week there's another one with the same freaking concept. I'm not getting a first-person shooter every freaking week where it's just a guy staring at the box. This same thing, a whole bunch of characters staring at something. But I like the art style. It has Mickey, so that's points right there. And the background's actually different. It looks like a cloud a little bit. It makes sense. Final Fantasy. I don't know if I think there's Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts. I'm not really sure, but Cloud in the background, maybe Cloud's in the game. I don't know. Fuck it. I like the little background thing. It looks like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a cloud or is it supposed to be sky. It might be sky. If it is, then whatever. It looks nice. I like how it looks, and the art style itself is decent. So you know what? This one I'll make an exception for. It looks decent. So I'll give it 6.5 out of 10. Not great, but it looks pretty decent. So let's go on to our next one, which is Rouge, the Art of Deception. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. Anyway, I actually like this art. I'm going to tell you right now. I really like this one, even though it looks pretty simple. It has two guys staring at a battlefield they're huge and they're staring over a battlefield where everything's blowing up. There's a tank and stuff. Well, alright, not everything's blowing up. You see a bunch of jet fighters, but I like how the characters look. They look really realistic. I know they're, not fantastic looking, but I think they look really, really cool, actually. And the box art itself looks decent. Another one where they show a freaking sky again and the ground, but that's fine. I'm getting used to it anyway. So, just like I'm getting used to JRPG cases, now I don't even care anymore. After Kingdom Hearts, now I don't care. So, yeah, I'm getting used to this, so why not? If they do it right like this one, then, yeah, I actually like this case. I'm not going to play the game, really. I'm pretty sure it's RTS, I'm not sure. But the case looks pretty cool, so I'm going to give the case a 7.5 out of 10. I actually really like it. So, we're having some good cases. Can it get better? I don't know. Let's go on to our next box art, which is NHL 11. Now, this one's pretty cool. I guess EA Sports' theme of this year for all their sports game is to have a weird-looking background. It looks like it's the colors are running off the character itself. Like, you see red coming off and black coming off this one because he's wearing a black and red suit and white suit, or I mean, whatever. You know what I mean. And it looks actually really cool. There's not really much to say about it. It's just a guy hitting a puck in a background with ice. That's really it. So I'm just going to say, it looks pretty decent. So I'm going to give this one a 6. I'll give it a 6. It's okay, and it's not fantastic. I'll give this one a 6. So let's go on to the next one, which is Hawks 2. Another case with a sky. I think that's the third game this week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? This one makes more sense because it has to involve the sky because you're in the sky the whole game because you're in a jet. And yeah, okay, fine, whatever. The case itself looks really cool. Actually, it has a lot of black going on, and you don't see a lot of the sky actually. You see like just a little bit and like a black. I don't know, just turns black. I guess you're like in a jet or something. That's what you see. You see a pilot's like, yeah, I'm going into battle, and you just see a whole bunch of explosions and stuff in the background. Well, you don't see really explosions, but you know what I mean. You see another jet in the background, and this one's pretty good. I'm just gonna say right here, it looks okay. I'll give it a 6.5. I like it. So let's go on to our main game of this week, the one that a majority of people were waiting for. Here's my review for the box art. 101 in 1 Sports Mega Mix. Of course, this is the game that no one was waiting for. I'm just kidding, people. The real game that everybody was waiting for is Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Now, when I heard a new Spider-Man game was coming out, I was like, sweet. I heard it wasn't going to be sandbox. I was like, oh. And then I heard it was going to have 4 different Spider-Men. I was like, sweet. So this case itself, one thing I have to say, there really is not much sky you see, so hooray! And what you do see in the background is like a little bit of Manhattan, that's really it, and a little bit of sky, but really don't see much of it. You see it kind of like in a noir state, because there's a noir Spider-Man. You got the Spider-Man from the future, Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man, you got the noir Spider-Man, I guess you got the black suit Spider-Man, I'm not really sure. And sweet, I can't wait to play this game when it comes out on Tuesday, because there's been really a big drought for games. Like, the only game that came out in the last couple weeks that I actually really, really liked, out of the last few weeks, was Mafia 2. So, this game looks really good. From early reception I've been hearing from people that got the game early, they've been saying, oh, it's really, really fun. A little buggy, they said, but really, really fun. So, can't wait to play it. The case itself, I really like. You got Future Spidey, he looks really cool. You got regular Spidey, I'm guessing that's Amazing Spider-Man, he looks really cool. You got the Noir Spider-Man, he's like, yeah, I'm really cool. And you got the Black Suit Spidey, he's like just looking out in the distance like a JRPG character. And I actually really like this case art. I mean, it had the way that Spider-Man looked really cool, and really there's not much else to say because it's just them looking at a camera. Sure, it's another one where they're just looking at something, but it's cool how they did it in this one. Because it's Spider-Man, so sure, I'm a little biased, but whatever. So overall, I really like this case. It's a really good case. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really like it. And there you go. There's Box Art Reviews episode 11. 7-11. And yeah. Can't wait for this game, and I'm done. Goodbye.